In a dramatic night, back in 2023, hundreds of police officers stormed some of the fanciest homes in the city, all at the same time. They weren't after small-time crooks, but big players in a billion-dollar scam. One guy even tried to escape by jumping off his balcony. At least 10 people were arrested that night, and the grabbed and seized valuables include luxury cars, designer bags, fancy watches, even cryptocurrency worth hundreds of millions, all linked to shady businesses, such as illegal gambling in Southeast Asia, fake loans, and online scams. These criminals thought they were untouchable, but they made one big mistake. They tried to clean their dirty money in Singapore. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hidden Codes channel. I'm Baron. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of the shadiest tricks in the criminal world: money laundering. Ever wonder how criminals turn their illegal cash into clean money so that they can spend on mansions or fancy cars? Well, stick with me till the end. We'll go through it all by now. Okay, so what is money laundering? Let's make it simple. Imagine someone stole a pile of candy. He can't finish it and want to sell it to others for cash. But no one wants it because everyone knows it's stolen. So the guy swaps it for cookies and tells his friends, "Oh, I baked these." Now, no one suspects a thing, and he successfully sells the cookies to his friends. And the money he gets after the deal seems legit. That's what money laundering does with money. Criminals do the same thing, but with millions, or even billions. So, why do they bother to do all these? Two reasons. First, hide the source of the money, and second, make it look legal so they can spend it freely without getting caught. Now, let's check out the top sneaky tricks criminals use to make this happen. First up, casinos. Yep, we mean those flashy places with slot machines. Here's how it works. A criminal walks in with a bag of dirty cash, swaps it for casino chips, plays a few games. It doesn't matter if they win or lose. Then they cashes out the chips for clean money. If anyone asks, they just shrug and say, "I got lucky." Illegal money cleaned. It's like magic, right? Casinos are perfect for them because they handle tons of cash, so it's hard to spot what's fishy. Normally, casinos do not check the fund source since regardless of this, they can profit from the gamblers, who will let go great profits, right? However, in recent years, many well-known and big casino groups have established arrangements to lower down the risk of money laundering by measures like registering ID and track large transactions. Next, it's art. You know those crazy expensive paintings at auctions? Sometimes they're not just for decoration, but also for laundering money. Criminals can buy a painting with their dirty cash, then sell it through a secret shell company for a huge price. Boom, money cleaned. The money from the sale will then looks clean, like they're just art lovers. Presently, lots of auctions still accept cash. It makes the trade of art a favorite trick for criminals. To avoid the art auction market being used for illegal purpose, some countries has introduced an anti-money laundering regulations in art auctions, such as cash cannot be used or the amount of cash involved is greatly limited, and transfers or remittances must be registered. However, lots of countries hesitate to implement such laws, fearing the art trading market will be greatly affected. Then there's real estate, like big houses, apartments, or even skyscrapers. Criminals love this one because they can put tons of cash into a property, then sell it later for getting back the clean money. It looks like they just made a smart investment. Especially in some countries, buying a house with a large bundle of cash is still accepted, and investigations on your income and identity will rarely be conducted. Say in Dubai, cashes are still accepted in buying properties. Real estate's great for criminals because who doesn't want a fancy house? Plus, it's hard for banks to trace where the money came from once the house is sold. What's more, When the property bought is sold afterwards, it can be used as a proof of the source of your wealth. Say when you deposit a large amount into the bank and being asked the source, then you can tell them it's from the selling of property, and banks will not ask further. Another favorite is gold. It's easy to carry, easy to sell, and holds value everywhere. Criminals take their dirty cash, buy gold, then sell it somewhere else for clean money. Picture this. A gang might sneak cash across borders, swap it for gold in a place like Dubai, then turn that gold back into cash. It's like a modern-day treasure hunt for criminals. Now, here's the big one, shell companies. These are fake businesses with no real employees, no real products, but just paper trails. Criminals set them up in places like the Cayman Islands, where it's super easy and super secret. They move their money through these companies, bouncing it across borders until it's nearly impossible to trace. It's like sending your cash through a maze. Back to the case mentioned at the beginning, criminals used shell companies to shuffle billions around the world before they got caught. These tricks, casinos, art houses, gold, shell companies, are all about two things: hiding the money's trail and making it look legit. But criminals don't stop there. Let's look at more wild methods. So, ever heard of trade-based laundering? It's when criminals pretend to buy or sell stuff to move money. For example, they might say they're shipping $10,000 worth of wood, but invoice it for $1 million. They pay the extra cash through a secret account, and it looks like a normal business deal. Customs rarely check every shipment, so it's a sneaky way to clean big bucks across borders. Lots of criminals may choose to establish another business, which looks totally legal, to assist and hide the dirty monies from illegal sources, such as opening a restaurant, trading company, and so they can manipulate the invoices, payments, receivables, etc. Businesses established solely for the purpose of money laundering always have an obvious characteristic. They're not aiming for profits and not eager to make the business bigger and stronger. Instead, the goal is to maximize cash flow as much as possible. Here's a fun fact. In the 1920s, a criminal opened a laundromat to mix illegal earnings with legit cash payments. But, of course, he was found out at the end. And that's where the word money laundering come from. Now, in the digital age, criminals have gone high-tech. They started to use NFTs, which are digital assets, like unique online art, to clean their dirty monies. Criminals love them because they're hard to track. Here's how it goes. They buy an NFT with dirty money, maybe some random digital picture, then sell it to another account, often their own secret one. The sale money then looks clean, like they're just NFT traders. At the end of the day, money laundering isn't just about rich criminals and fancy cars. It affects all of us, since it makes the society more unfair, fuels corruption, and helps crimes rampant. According to the United Nations, trillions of dollars are laundered every year. It's up to 5% of M2 in the world. So next time, if something looks too good to be true, like a sketchy online deal or a shady money transfer, trust your gut and double-check. Together, we can make it harder for these criminals to win. And hey, remember to subscribe and hit the like button so you don't miss out next discovery session. Thanks for watching the Hidden Codes channel. See you next time. Stay safe, stay curious,